It's been a couple weeks since I've had a chance to record for the weekly Tuna, which hasn't been so weekly lately, but hopefully finals will be over soon and I can sit down and do things that I actually want to do, like talk into my microphone about comics aimed at little boys in Japan. I was actually planning to get to this last night, but my toilet exploded and I think it would have been a little awkward to sit around yelling to my microphone and then have the repairman walk on me when I'm going, robot sex! So I decided to do it today because my toilet is fixed and no longer exploding all over my apartment. So without further ado, Reborn chapter, oh shit, what has the last chapter been? Whatever, the last chapter I haven't summarized. Oh, okay, Reborn 288. Reborn 288 is the last chapter I haven't summarized, and it begins on a delightful weekend morning, where Tuna wakes up rejoicing the fact that he slept with his nuts out and doesn't have to get up and go to school today. Unfortunately, Tuna's weekend euphoria is short-lived. I think, what is an appropriate reaction to going downstairs on what should be a peaceful morning and finding a bunch of weirdos who you don't really know crowded around your dinner table. Unfortunately for Tuna, it seems that the Shimon family's method of fulfilling their agreement to protect the Vongla heir is to stay at his house, eat his food, and sleep on his couch. Tuna is less than thrilled about this arrangement, but Nana is abso-fucking-lutely ecstatic. She seems to be trying to be incredibly ignorant of what's happening around her, which leads me to believe that she actually knows everything, and is hiding a gigantic sniper rifle underneath the kitchen sink, ready to snipe off anyone who tries to come close to assassinating her baby. And first up for guard duty is Aoba Koyo, whose catchphrase sounds like something out of a Linkin Park album. And in case you've forgotten, Amano decides to remind us that despite the suave looks and glasses, Aoba is actually kind of an idiot, considering he opens his mouth and proceeds to spray rice all over the most powerful man in the mafia to be. After a relatively uneventful breakfast, the Shimon family vacates the Sawada premises. Or at least a couple of them do. It turns out that apart from Koyo, Lambo has taken a liking to Large and has decided to make him his subordinate, and Tuna wants to discuss eloping plans with Enma and invites him to stay over, telling him that Nuts is here too, because what better way to keep a fluffy Shota around than to promise them nuts. Enma flashes a smile that says, I'm the prettiest boy at the Mafia ball, before Ryohei comes storming in, demanding to know where Aoba is. As it turns out, Dumb left a dumber love letter saying that I'm more capable of guarding the 10th than you are, and Ryohei has demanded that they take part in a guard off. How you're supposed to judge how well you can guard someone is entirely beyond me, but apparently they plan on doing it. Gokudera appears with a face that says, Hi 10th, I have a dildo named 10th shoved up my butt right now, and is like, I'll be guarding the premises, and then slinks off to go do whatever he said he was going to do. I actually don't think he's going to guard the premises. I think he's saying he's guarding the premises and is actually wandering off to Yamamoto's house for a little bit of sexy fun times. After an indeterminate period of time filled with awkward sitting around on Tuna and Enma's part and a lot of manly twitching and grunting on Ryohei and Aoba's parts, it's decided that, yeah, it is a little difficult to guard someone when nothing is happening, so they decide to figure out who the manliest man is the manly way, with fists. Like shouting Beetlejuice into a mirror 3 times, the mentioning of fisting has the world's most unlikely stalker appear. Kyoko shows up and goes, Big brother, you said fisting, 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 where? Ryohei has to quickly cover for himself. Fists? Who said fists? We're not going to solve this with our fists. We're going to solve this with the fists in our minds that we flex when we solve math problems, which is exactly how it ends up. They're going to be solving math problems that are etched into ceramic plates that Reborn has provided, because Reborn has something up his sleeves as usual. Of course, we can't really expect Dumb and Dumber to actually solve any math problems, so Reborn makes the drop that, hey guys, if you break this, I guess we won't have to do any studying. And they both quickly jump to the conclusion that breaking them will get them out of this horrible situation that they found them in, involving maths and numbers and things that intelligent sentient creatures are able to compute. And the quest to break the plates is on, which must seem very awkward to everyone downstairs who can only hear strange grunting and thumping coming from Suna's room. Tuna, meanwhile, doesn't seem to have orgasmed yet over the fact that Kyoko is in his house and is more concerned with the fact that Enma is having a great time playing with his nuts. And then suddenly, extreme orgasms! The sheer force blows Suna's windows out, and everyone rushes upstairs to find that the plates have been broken after Aoba held them while Ryohei fucking punched the shit out of them, which is apparently all he is good for. Having escaped math hell with the sheer force of manly orgasm, Dumb and Dumber bro-fist in celebration. Meanwhile, with 5 days left until the inheritance ceremony, the ninth in his gaggle of old sexy gigolos has arrived. This inheritance ceremony is coming up soon. What will happen? We don't know. Actually, I have no fucking idea. I've kind of been out of the loop of everything lately because of finals and then ASEN. So, if my voice sounds a little different, it's because I was screaming all weekend and I lost it. Speaking of ASEN, I'd like to give a great shout out to everyone who went to our panel and made it a huge success because we really wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. You were all hilarious, you asked awesome questions, and thank you for the proposals to those who did propose to me. We can go run out back to Vegas and get hitched right now if you like. Basu out!